Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Team Next Generation Team Call. It is Wednesday, June 28th, and tonight we are so excited to have Ms. Nicole Jones on to talk to us all about Shift Shop, to share. She has been through Shift Shop. She was in the test group, and it's a huge deal, and she's going to be kind enough to spend her night telling us everything that she knows about it. Just real quickly, guys, I also want to kind of give you a little heads up into who Nicole is. I got to read these off because there's such a list of like accolades. It's ridiculous for me to even go through. So let me just work you through this. Nicole is a 13-star diamond. She's 3 times elite coach in the Millionaire Club, 83 consecutive months in Success Club, which is amazing. And in the business, she's been in the business for 7 years, and she's a mom of a 2-month-old and a 4-year-old. Guys, for some of you, this is higher level. You're kind of like, I don't even know what that means. Basically, what it means is she has showed up consistently every month since she began. She made a decision that it was going to work, that this is all there is going to be to it, and she went for it, and she's doing amazing. So I want you just to take the stage from us, Nicole, share all that you have to share. I just appreciate you taking the time and chatting with us. So the stage is yours.
Okay, sure. Thanks for having me. So the girls were 2 months and 4 years old when I started. So I'm 41 now. They are 7 and 11. So I didn't want you to think I was crazy jumping into a Shift Shop test group with a baby still in my belly. So I started this business. It was July 27th, 2010. So coming up on my 7 years and a month now. My dog coming down the stairs. And I started because I was looking for a way to get healthy and fit with the girls at home. I wasn't interested in bringing them to the gym and trying to figure out like putting them in a daycare and having someone come in and be like, in the middle of my workout and be like, a diaper needs to be changed, or, I just wasn't not interested in any of that. And then I was also looking for a way to make money. So I was literally one Sunday night Googling how to make money from home and how to get healthy and fit. Like at the same, like I was like, hello, the universe does this universe things works. I don't know how, but it does. So I was Googling that. I was like talking to my husband. I'm like, I wonder if I could be a group fitness instructor. I never had done any of that, but for some reason I was like, maybe I could do that when you're not working. I don't know. We need money, but I want to get healthy too. So I was scrolling Facebook and I saw a friend from high school. I saw his before and afters with P90X. And I was like, what? 90 days? No, total skeptical. But I reached out. I was like, what is P90X? Like, I had no idea. This was 7 years ago. And he started explaining to me, what it was and stuff. And I was like, really, 90 days? You had those results in 90 days? And he was like, I did, but I followed the nutrition plan. I drank a shake. And I was like, what? I don't drink shakes. What? I don't drink shakes. Shakes are disgusting. That Slim Fast stuff, that makes me starving 10 minutes later, right? Like that was just all in my head. And then he started telling me the price. So this was 7 years ago before Challenge Pack. So it was like $120 for P90X, $120 for Shakeology. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't have any money. Like I have zero money. I was just Googling how to make money. And so we ended up getting on the phone the next day. He was like, listen, let's just get on the phone tomorrow. So first seed planted, get on the phone more. I know we're in the world of social media, texting, voice messaging, but please, that phone is powerful. If you can get yourself back in that groove, it is powerful. So we got on the phone. He sent me a shake sample. Long story short, he didn't take my objection of I had no money. He was like, this is why you need to do this. And so I was super nervous. We were charging diapers. We were charging formula. All the credit cards were almost maxed out except one. So I took one credit card that had $260 on it, and I paid for my $40 coach fee. So then I got the discount, 90 Shakeology, 90 for P90X. So $240 to start that I didn't have. So I said to him immediately, I need to make this money back like tomorrow. Like these are my groceries. These are for my kids. Like, how do I do this now? Like, I don't even have a transformation. Like, how do I make money today? And so he was like, you're just going to start talking about how Shakeology is making you feel. So he had sent me a bunch of samples. And so I did. I just immediately went to social media. I'd only had 250 friends on Facebook. And I just started talking about having energy, not wanting to nap anymore. Like I just started telling my story about being home with the girls and feeling good with this shake. And so from that point on, I ended up in my first 30 days, I made $239. So I made it all back. I became Emerald in my first weekend. I set a goal to be Diamond within 90 days. I did it in 57. And as you heard, I hit Success Club 83 months in a row because that's what my coach told me to do. That was the key to my success. You hit Success Club, you never miss it. Because I fast tracked to Diamond, they did something different back then. I got to Diamond so quickly. I hit Success Club every month. My husband and I were on our first Beachbody trip 7 months into the business. We were on a 7-day cruise. There were probably only 500 people on the cruise, if that. We like drank with Carl, like it was crazy. Like it was so intimate. And I remember working on that cruise. My husband's like, what are you doing? Are we going out in the sun? I'm like, no, we're going to listen to these trainers talk. We're going to listen to these top 10 coaches talk. We're going to, like, I just soaked it all in. I did whatever I was told to do. We had no trainings, like nothing. We had no coach on the office, no coach basics. We had the coach on that office, but it was like, you just had to click and try to figure things out on your own. So this business can be done with just drive, determination, and heart. This was our 7th trip. I think we just went on. I've been to every single summit, even though I didn't have the money at first. It took me about 18 months before I started making a significant income of $1,000 a week. It took me 5 years to get into the Millionaire Club. It took me 5 years to get to 13-star. But I'm a huge goal setter. I was desperate. I needed this money. I needed this to change for our family. Something else I want to share. And remember, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. It's based on the coach's individual effort. We retired my husband at age 37. So both of us are home with the girls. We get them on and off the bus, not on the bus because my husband is retired, so he sleeps in. So I get them on the bus and then he helps me in the afternoon. But yeah, this business is right here for the taking. It's right here. You just have to work at it. You have to be diligent. You have to shut that TV off. You have to do personal development. You have to talk to people on social media. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to do all of it. So having said that, and I definitely will be here for questions after all of that, it took me 7 years of being this really good coach to be chosen for a test group. So there's no rhyme or reason or how you get chosen. 3-time elite coach, Millionaire Club, 83 months of success. I'm like, really? But am I ever going to get chosen for one of these things? Here's what I will tell you. You're chosen when you need it the most. Last year, I lost my Nana in December, and we've been like this for 41 years, 40 years. She was my life. Luckily with Beachbody, I was actually able to go to all of her appointments for the 1.5 years that she was sick and kind of going downhill. I was able to be there at every doctor's appointment, take notes for her. I was there on her final day. And so the past 1.5 years, I was back at the beginning 7 years ago when I started P90X. My weight had all come back on. I was like, I never stopped working the business, and I never stopped working out, and I never stopped drinking my Shakeology, but my nutrition was crap. So whenever we were actually in Disney World, right? We go to Disney a couple times a year. We're annual pass holders. So we go always before or after the Beachbody trip. So it was the week before Punta Cana. We were in Disney, the most magical place on earth, right? And I get a call that I'm being chosen for Shift Shop. I'm like, what? Now, I had seen the trailer for Shift Shop. I'm 41. I had knee surgery a couple years ago. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, I remember looking at him going, what? Like, no. He's like Shanti, and I hate Shanti. I love Shanti, but I hate Shanti. Right? Like, I'm like, I don't do tuck knee. I don't. No. So it was my first, but then I was like, and I looked at my husband, he goes, you have to. I'm like, of course I have to. I have to say, yes, of course. It's the first, I've been asking for this for 7 years. Yes, I'm going to do it. But like, I'm going to modify the entire time. Like I made that decision that day. Okay, but I'm modifying. And there better be a good one. Like, You know, like there better be a cat, just like 21 Day Fix, right? Like I just was like, I'm doing the modifier. For those of you who did Speed 25 as a sneak peek, the first shop rule, the Speed 25 is the very first workout. The first shop rule is try before you modify. And Chris says that with such conviction that I was like, okay. And I'm on my 8th week. A bunch of us decided to do a 3rd round, and Chris put something together for us in this 3rd round, and it's absolutely cuckoo. But I didn't modify at all. My knee is fine. It was all in my head. I had knee surgery like 4 years ago, and my surgeon told me 3 months after, he was like, you're good to go, 100%, do whatever you want. I'm like, what? Like jump knee tucks? He's like, yeah, you're good. You're 100%. And I'm like, I have modified for 4 years in every program until Shift Shop because I was convinced that my knee couldn't handle it. My knees are fine. On Saturdays, they hurt a little bit. I will. It's both of them. I didn't have knee surgery on the other one, but they both hurt on Saturdays. And then on Sundays after rest day, I go back in Monday and I'm good to go. There are times where I modify because I'm like gonna pass out. Like I'm like, I can't, I'm just gonna die right now. So I do modify when I'm about to die, but I don't modify because of my knee, right? So this program it's perfect. The first 3 weeks, 25 minutes, 35 minutes, 45 minutes. You do speed, you do strength, you do speed, and then you do strength, and you add in core. And then you do speed, and then you do strength, and you add in core. So, and then you can either do it's called shift mobility. I did it once, but now every Sunday I just rest. You could do any type of yoga if you like to on Sunday. I use Energize, and this is the first program ever that I've used Energize in recovery every single day. I wanted the maximum results because the Energize got me moving because I hate cardio, right? Hello, hate Chanti, right? I would much rather lift weights all day long and do yoga, PiYo, all that good stuff. So Energize got me going because I was like, I don't know about this stuff. Especially when we get to 45 minutes, speed 45, fun. So recovery I had every day because then the next day I wasn't like crippling walking down the stairs. I was able to just bring it the next day again on my workouts. So those are 2 things I highly recommend. I don't use hydrate because what I do with Energize is I drink a half of it, and then I still drink it while I'm doing my workout because I don't like that tingling feeling. So I start working out before the tingling feeling comes. It's just something I don't like. I don't like to feel. I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, and I know it's normal, but I just don't like it. So I start working out, and then I still drink that throughout my workout. So I don't do hydrate, but I could, but I don't. And then the meal plan is so good. So it came with, so I think this is the first program this has happened with. So it's the containers, right? But they're different. It's a different formulation than the Portion Fix one, right? Like it's gonna give you different container equivalents for plan. It's still plan A, B, C, and D, but it's gonna give you different equivalents because of how he wants you to ramp up. But it comes with a sample menu. So I'm on plan A because I'm 4'11", so I'll always be on plan A for life. I'm on plan A, and my husband's on like plan C, which I bumped him down to plan B because he's not working out. So he's like, I'm not losing weight. I'm like, because you're on a plan that you're supposed to be moving with, so let's bump you down. So I do plan A, and then it tells you like, okay, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Saturday, here's exactly what you're gonna eat for breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, with the equivalent of plan A. So you can, of course, mix it up. You can make your own, but I was like, oh, this is like the ultimate reset. Tell me exactly what to eat and I will eat it. Like, so, and that's what I love about the ultimate reset. I hate the ultimate reset and I only did it once and I'll never do it again. But unless they come out with new recipes, then I'll do it. And they get rid of fennel and tempeh. But then I loved that. And I was like, oh, I'm probably going to get bored. I'm not bored. I'm 8 weeks in and I'm not bored with eating the same thing. Then the second week, when you're doing 35-minute workouts, they adjust the containers a little bit. So for me, on plan A, I'm allowed 2 yellows a day in week 1. I'm only allowed 1 yellow a day in week 2, and then I'm not allowed any yellows on week 3. what I did on the days, so you do 45-minute workouts and you're not allowed any yellows. So fun. It really messes with your mind, and Chris does a great job explaining, and he'll probably do that with the videos and the challenge tracker app that he's going to do for everyone. But he's like, your mind is just totally screwing with you. Like, it's just your body's trying to say, what are you doing? Give me back the yellows. Like, so we get carbs from our fruits and our vegetables, from your Energize, from your recovery, and from your Shakeology. So it's not like it's like, no carbs. It's not. You're still getting your carbs. You're just not getting your yellows, which are the best ever, right? We love yellows. So on some days, I hit a second shake. Like, there were just some days I was like, you know what, I would do a half of it in a blender, and I'd make myself little Shakeology ice cream, because there were some days I just needed it. I just felt like I needed it. So that's kind of what happens on the first plan. So weeks 1, 2, and 3 are 25-minute, 35-minute, 45-minute. And then the plan goes from, yellows, less yellows, no yellows. Then, regardless of what plan you're on, so even if you're on plan D and you get to eat a ton of everything else, there's still no yellows for you in week 3. They do up a blue and a green and a red, so you get more food. So it does, do that. Some of the food, like this week, we're doing 25-minute workouts again, and so we're putting black beans in our salad as one of our yellows, which I've never done. It's so good. And then we're doing either a mashed sweet potato or a half of, for me, it's a half of mashed sweet potato and a half of regular potato the other night. They say, with ground turkey and spinach and a shredded potato. My husband makes it like home fries, and we just mix that all together. There's a super yummy spaghetti squash with ground turkey, shredded Parmesan cheese, and stewed tomatoes that you do in week 3. That's really good. What's our favorite? We love that. And so again, you eat that 3 to 4 nights a week. You do usually have fish a couple nights but again, it's just a red. So if you don't eat fish, that's fine. 1 week it's like salmon, and I'm like, I'm not eating salmon 4 days a week. I just can't. I love, we live in New England, and we have the best seafood ever here. Anytime I go anywhere else and the menu says New England clam chowder, I'm like, yeah, nice try. It's not real. So the seafood's really good here. So we do like fish, but tonight we had halibut, because I'm like, I'm not eating salmon again. So that's all flexible. Then the second calendar, if you want to keep going, which you'll want to keep growing, trust me, the results that you're going to get, you're going to want to keep going. This is when the addiction to your results start kicking in. They recommend you do, we did this for the test group, and I'm going to recommend it to my challengers. When you take your before pictures and your measurements and stuff, then at day 10, do it again. And then at day 21, do it again. So do it halfway through the program so that you can kind of see what's happening. And then the second month, you go back and you do week 2. So you do 35-minute workouts, then you do the 45-minute workouts, and then there's 50-minute workouts. So this is when, back in the day, this was the deluxe version. If you wanted to go on to the second calendar, you had to purchase more stuff, right? And this is when the sandbag comes into play. So if you already have it from 22-minute hardcore, you're good to go. Same sandbag. They recommend don't fill it all the way, so just under 20 pounds filling the sandbag. So that week, which is week 6, but you follow the week 3 meal plan, you're doing 50-minute workouts with 0 yellows. So your body really loves it but hates it. And then that's when you do, they're called super speed 50, super shift, super strength 50, super shift core. So you use the sandbag the entire core workout. It's really good. So I think that's it. Yes, there is a modifier the entire time you can follow. Chris explains the moves so well. The first 25-minute workouts, you basically do 12 or 15 moves just straight through the whole workout. So nothing's repeated. And then in the 35 and the 40-minute, you do your first round is a minute, your second round is 45 seconds, and your third round is 30 seconds of each move. It goes by really fast, even the 50-minute workout. So when I started, it was P90X. So it was an hour and 10 minutes every day, and then 90 minutes on Thursdays with yoga. So I was used to that time. And I think, honestly, like I didn't get great results with 25-minute, 30-minute workouts. Like this is the first time since P90X that I've gotten great results with a program. And I do think a little bit has to do with the fact that I'm not only doing 25, don't get me wrong, I'm loving this 25-minute week that we're doing right now, but I feel like the 45 and the 50 minutes are really where your body starts to, it likes that a lot. So I think that's it. Anything else?
That is awesome. No, thank you so much. I know there's some people that have some questions for you. Guys, if you could, everybody could do me a favor. If you have questions, would you be kind enough to just throw them in the chat box, and I'll have Deanna go through and just kind of read them out. That way we can kind of condense this and make it a little bit quicker so that Nicole doesn't have to spend the rest of her night hanging out, because I know it's getting late over there. But does anybody have any specific questions right now? Or Deanna, did you have a question? I felt like you had a question that you wanted to ask.
So is it true that on plan, either for the whole entire plan or just for the last week, that you can have unlimited vegetables?
Not true.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Nope, you get your greens.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Yeah, there's somebody that had done the test group, and they told us that they could have unlimited veggies. So, okay, good to know.
Maybe there's some extra questions. You want to read those off?
Okay. Let's see. So is the nutrition plan modifiable for a vegan diet?
Yeah, so I think you just switch your reds around, if you just like at the portion fix, like if you switch your reds for, yellows or whatever. I didn't look through the rest of the nutrition plan to see if there were specific vegan examples. So I think it's for sure you can do that. Yeah.
So somebody asked, how did you find time management for the longer workouts? Like, how did you adjust your day to accommodate for the longer workouts?
So I have been working out before the house gets up since I started 7 years ago. It's just something I like to do on the weekends. The girls will come down and they'll grab some weights and they'll watch me and work out with me. But I just kept setting my alarm earlier and earlier. So by the time we were doing the 50-minute workouts, I was getting up at 5. So now my body actually, now that we're in the summer and I don't have to get up, I'm up by 5:30, 6 o'clock now anyway, because my body's just used to that. So yeah, I just kept adjusting the alarm clock, which then put me into bed a lot earlier too. I was asleep by like 9:15, 9:30. Like every night, because I was like, oh god, I gotta get up at 5. And then there was a Tony Robbins event here a couple weeks ago that I went to, and he interviewed Tom Brady and Julian Edelman from the Patriots, and I get up at 4 and did my workout because it was during the 50-minute week. I'm like, and I get up at 4, and so yeah, I just get up earlier. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. How would you characterize the upper body strength portion of the workouts? What's your experience with?
Yeah, so it's similar to, I don't know if you shared my before and afters in your page. So yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed the booty change in that. I'm Portuguese, so I have like this ginormous shelf-like booty all the time. But if you go back and you look at the side view, like, oh my gosh, I'm like, yes, finally. So it's legs with weights, right? Like it's definitely, you definitely do like mountain climb, like you do get down and do push-ups and things like that. And you do bicep curls and shoulder presses and, triceps and stuff. But a lot of it is with your legs, with the squats and the lunges and stuff, and using the weights there, which has been great. Like, cause that's being 4'11", that's hard for me to shape my legs. So
yeah. No, that's awesome. And it's your biggest muscle group, right? So you're probably burning more calories and all
that. And Chris does love bears. So in the Speed 25 I think we saw Sticky Bear, maybe? I don't even know. Or just, I don't even know. But every workout has some sort of bear name. So that's when you're getting down and doing like your bear crawls, Sticky Bear. I don't even know. Every workout has a bear move in it where you're down. It's similar to bear crawls, but he takes them all to a next level, especially like the 50-minute works. I'm like, what are we doing right now? So get ready for this, which is a huge leg and core workout.
So as far as weights go, I know that the sandbags with the deluxe, but this program does incorporate weights. Is it like lighter weights, medium, heavy, or do you need a variety?
So when I started 8 weeks ago, I used 5-pound weights on the 25-minute workouts. This week, when we went back to 25, I used 12 pounds. So you just are going to progress. Like the first week I grabbed 5 and 8s because I was like, I don't know what I'm getting into. There was a point this week when we were doing something with the 25s. I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to have to drop to 10s. And then I was like, but let's just try it. Just try. And I did. I never dropped to 10s the entire workout. So,
nice.
So yeah, I mean, just do what you, just have a couple sets just to see how it feels. But of course, for the leg ones, you're going to go heavier. And
yeah.
But I used 5 to 8s, and then I would move up to 8 to 10s, and then I would go 10 to 12. And then I actually, in the 50 minutes, sometimes I went to 15. So yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Somebody says, do you suggest Energize for even the 25-minute workouts? Or
I did in the beginning. I actually said to my husband today, I was like, I don't think I need it, because now that I'm 8 weeks in and I've been using it every day, I was only doing 1 scoop because, again, I don't like how it makes me feel, and I don't drink caffeine because 2 years ago, I had a 14-day headache when I did the 3-day refresh. So I was like, okay, body, I hear you loud and clear. So as I'm done with caffeine. So I only do 1 scoop. And I actually said today, like, the 1 scoop doesn't seem to be doing anything for me. So it's going to be your call. I did the first 2 rounds, but now this 3rd round, I'm probably not going to use my Energize tomorrow and kind of see what happens. But yeah.
Got it.
Play around.
I'm kind of the same as you. I mean, I don't mind the tingle, but like I get up at between, well, it depends, 4 to 4:30 in the morning. And so it's like, I don't want to get up and wait the 15 minutes that it takes to kick in. So I'm like drinking it, I'm out the door. And so it hits in probably about 10 minutes into my workout. So I don't feel that tingling.
Yeah.
It's kind of, So somebody asked, do you recommend buying the agility markers, or is it okay to make your own?
No, I would. So here's why. So as a coach, I think they're only $15 too. So, so that's good. But so so this not only is just a fitness program, it is a personal development program. You are going to get personal development every single day from Chris in these workouts. He's amazing. Beachbody found him at the perfect time. He's exactly what we needed. He has such a gift. I can't even begin to explain. Hopefully you're following his fitness page. He did a live video the other night that was incredible. He did it Monday night. It was so good. So go back and find that if you didn't watch it. But he makes you like slap them and have them have meaning. So all of us in the test group took Sharpies and wrote on them. So we all wrote like positive affirmations on them as we were, slapping them. He wants us to work out with purpose, and he wants us to speak the truth to the universe and just all that positivity. And I think like if you print out the paper ones, they're going to rip, they're going to get sweaty. I think there's some power to having the rubber ones so that they're sturdy, and that you can write on and kind of have some permanent positive affirmations kind of on there for you to just give you that extra oomph. I actually, Monday, I think I posted about it Monday. I actually cried at the end of my workout. It was the first time I just completely, because there's a move in the core that he has you reach. He does you're doing sit-ups and you're reaching, and he was like, what are we reaching for? And I just started crying. And then at the end, I just broke down. I was like, holy crap, never done that. All these emotions just came flooding out of me. What did I just do for the past 8 weeks? I can't believe how my body's changing. I can't believe, like, my business is changing. Like, everything has come back to life. Like, everything is like, so I there's a lot. They're not just rubbers, whatever shape they are. They have 5 sides, right? I don't know what shape that is. So they're just not a rubber colored piece of shape. Like, there's meaning behind them. So I do highly suggest that you get them, and suggest that your team gets them. Drive up a little bit of volume with those 15, PV too. But yeah, I definitely, yeah.
Great. So I do have a question about the modifier, because I know that I'm already really inviting to the test group, and a lot of people are like, gosh, I think it's too advanced for me. Or I've got, like, when you said the knee surgery, I just had somebody today she's like, I had knee surgery and I've got ankle problems. And so I'm like, well, you can modify, but as far as, how much and things like that, as well as like ages, if we have a 60-year-old person that is just on the beginning of their fitness journey, is this going to be a good program for them to kind of jump into?
Yeah, I think it is. It looks a lot scarier than it is. So basically what the modifier does is, like, if we're doing like these squat type things, like where we're all hitting the markers, he's like, just don't go down as far, right? Like, so just go down as far as you can reach. He tells the modifier to go down in weight. Use your knee. I still do push-ups on my knees, so I lied. I do modify because I still do push-ups on my knees because I just can't go down as far on my toes. So he just talks the modifier through it. We have, I can't think of her last name. We have Jessica Pizziola, maybe is her name. He pulled her up on stage in Punta Cana.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first wave?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I cried.
Yeah. So she's in our test group.
Oh, awesome.
So she does it. She does it. She's, I don't even know how, like, she's super inspirational. So she just moves slower. She just doesn't go as deep. She doesn't jump. There's a move where we do, it's called the combine. It's insane, but you do like a burpee and then you do a jump knee tuck. And so, she just walks out her burpees and lifts her knees one at a time, so yeah, it's totally doable. Someone in the test group posted a workout with their mom, a 60-year-old mom today. And, she was just going a lot slower doing burpees. She walked them out, just went down to the plank, came back up, didn't do a jump, went down again. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just a little background, you guys, when we were in Punta Cana, we had an amazing opportunity to be able to do some of the workouts with Chris, and he pulled on stage a lady that she's a coach, and I'm not exactly sure if she might have MS or cerebral palsy, possibly. Do you know what her?
Don't.
Okay. Something, but it really kind of, she's very limited in her movements and range of motion and things like that. And, stupid. I do this every single time, but it's truly inspirational that she was our why. She was the reason. She was the one keeping us going. And so it's like, you have to believe in people and believe in them, because a lot of times they don't believe in themselves. And that's kind of what we do as coaches a lot of times. And so seeing somebody that we think may or may not be able to do something like this, to do it to the best of her ability, is extremely inspiring and empowering. And so never for one second, think that you aren't capable of doing this program because you have, some sort of limitation in your own mind, because your body doesn't work in the way that you think that it needs to. Just do your best and believe in other people that they can do it too.
Yeah, Chris shares that by us saying things like that, it's just a fear. Like, it's been a fear for me all along that I was going to tear my meniscus again. Like, and I wasn't even working out. I literally stood up and heard a pump. Like, there was nothing. So, like, there was no fear for me. Like, I wasn't even doing anything cool. Like, I wasn't doing insanity, like nothing cool. And I was sitting on my Les Mills pump bench, and I stood up and I was like, did you hear that? And my husband's like, yes. And so, like, for whatever reason, I had this fear for 4 years or 3 years. Like, and it was stupid. It was unwarranted. It was not, it didn't have a meaning. I don't know why I was so afraid.
Absolutely.
Mindset, for sure.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited for Justin and I were talking actually in Punta Cana, how amazing it is and how perfect it is that they took a trainer and really, really honed in on the personal development aspect of it. Because I mean, so much of our journey is really up here. It's not, it all begins and ends. So I love that they're adding that component.
Yeah, literally, guys. When we were in Punta Cana there, and he did workout every day, right? So there's like 3 or 4 days where before we had gone to do one of the workouts with him, that he was doing workouts, and we were asking people because we hadn't had a chance yet to get a live workout. We were asking people like, "Hey, after they're done, how was it?" And individually, apart from each other, we would stop somebody and ask them when we were friends, "How was it?" Every single one of them was like, "Oh my gosh, it was amazing." Like I'm working out, and then halfway through the damn thing, next thing you know, I'm bawling. Can't figure out why, except for the fact that he's doing something. Like he's up there like being super motivational, inspirational. But every single one of them said the same thing. And it was like, I never heard that about, and not to take away from Autumn or Tony or any of the other trainers, but I just never heard anybody else say anything about any of those incredible workouts like that. Like nobody had ever said that. He was the first person that everyone's saying that. Now, you guys are basically saying the same thing, that he's just really pulling that component into it, which is, I think, a massive deal for us as coaches to be able to offer our clients, right? And our challengers, as well as us as coaches to be able to offer ourselves, because we all fully recognize how important the idea of personal development and getting your mind straight is, right? Does anybody else have any other questions before I allow Nicole to either hang out with us or go to her family for the rest of the night?
10:10.
Yes. So she'll be leaving. Anybody else have any other questions before we let her off the hook here? Nobody? No. Okay. Nicole, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us tonight. We really appreciate the information. You've been an amazing help, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing. Good luck, everyone.
Absolutely. Good luck as well. We will see you at Summit.
Yes. Bye.
See you soon. Bye now. Okay, everybody. So what we want to do is go through a few things. So John and I have a very kind of specific approach to the way that we're going to kind of ramp up to really kind of embrace the launch of Shift Shop as best as we possibly can. So here's the thing. This is the first program that has released since last year, Quarter Force. It's been a major release from Beachbody, right? Quarter Force was the last major one. Yeah, I mean, there was B2, but that wasn't. So this is the first one. These are not that they are the pivotal moments, but they are individually pivotal moments in people's businesses and in you helping, like being able to touch and reach more people. Every year, these few massive programs that come out, it's a big, big, big deal. So we need to take full advantage of the opportunity that we have. So we've got kind of a plan and structure, because at the end of the day, if we're treating this truly, if we really want to change our lives while we're changing other people's lives, then the focus needs to be that it needs to be approached not like a hobby, but more like a business, right? If we approach this like a hobby, it's going to treat us like a hobby. That's not going to change our lives. That's going to help us, and we're going to have fun doing it, but it's not going to change things. Treating it like a business and being a little bit more specific about it and intentional about it is going to change our lives. And through that, it's going to give us the ability to change other people's lives. So in that scenario, we need to kind of approach it in that mindset. That's what we're doing. We're being very systematic about our approach. So we want to share that with you tonight and explain so that everybody knows, like, we're not doing anything different. Here's exactly what we're going to do verbatim. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to take suit and do that as well or not, but we want to give you our roadmap if that works out. So Jenna, I know you've got that kind of buckled in. I think you've got an image to share. Is that right?
Yeah, let me try to share my screen, and excuse me for my dirty little, there we go. That's not it. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta move this. How the heck do I move this? Okay, I think it's right here.
Calendar?
I thought I had it open, but it's not. It wasn't. It doesn't give me the same view. Let me, oh, there we go. There we go. It's taking a while, sorry. Okay, so here is, I need to move all this stuff, sorry. There we go. Okay, So one of the things that I like to do is I like to come up with kind of a marketing kind of strategy. So, and it's not like super like detailed, and it's not super like strict and rigid, but I think it's really important, especially when it's just important to know what you're inviting to, and then to kind of reverse engineer your month, right? So for instance, I know I'm starting my Shift Shop test group on the 17th, because I'm actually doing a 4-week group, because the first week is going to be all about prep. So we're going to go over the nutrition plan. We're going to go over the workouts. We're going to go over the modifications. We're going to go over mindset a lot. We're going to, really set people up for success. And then our first week is going to be on the 24th. So here's what, it's really important to kind of reverse engineer. So if we're going to start a prep week, like people could still, sign up as quick as the 16th, because since we have a whole week of prep, give people time to get their Shakeology and things like that. But it's really important to kind of reverse engineer and know, kind of have a plan in place, so you're not just kind of flying blind and just throwing, stuff on your page and hoping that things are going to work out the way you want it to. And then you're stressed because, you don't have people in your test group or your challenge group yet. And then you inevitably start posting salesy stuff, which we don't want to do, but you're like, I don't know what else to do. So having a plan, kind of a marketing strategy, I guess, if you will, is really important. So today is what? Today is Wednesday. So for instance, yesterday, I posted a transformation photo. And I'm not sure if they're up yet, but you might want to go on Facebook, check the Shift Shop official group page or whatever. They should be releasing transformation photos. If not, I can give you some, because I'm in a group with a lot of people. That's how I found Nicole, is I'm in a group. And there's a lot of people in that group that did the test group. And so I just said, hey, will you guys, everybody that's willing to let me share their photos, can you please, send them to me? And so I've got an arsenal of photos right now. So I'm really showing transformation photos, but more important than that, I'm showing a variety of people, right? I'm going to be showing men, even though men aren't really my demographic. I'll refer them to Justin, right? But, I'm going to show young women that maybe just had to tone up, because some people don't have a huge weight loss goal, but they might just feel kind of fluffy. Then I'm going to show like older women, to show that, wow, you can actually do this too. I might show somebody that's got a substantial, amount of weight to lose, or maybe have more of a limited range of motion, that, hey, here's their transformation. So different people are going to be able to relate to different photos. So transformation photo today, after this call, we're going to go live. And what we're going to do is we're going to provide value. We're going to talk about something that hopefully gives back to somebody in some way. And then at the end of it, we're just going to invite them to the free trial, because I told you guys that Shift Shop is going to be free. A free sneak peek on Monday the 3rd, right? So we're going to say, hey, we're super excited about this test group. There's actually a free trial going on Monday. If it's something you want to check out, comment below, send us a private message, and we can get you hooked up so you can check and see what it's all about. Again, transformation photo, because you want to show a variety of people. On Friday, I might just post the Chris Downing Shift Shop video. And what I've been able to do is, you don't want to share videos from other people's websites or other people's like Facebook pages, because then it directs them there. You can actually take videos and download them to like your laptop and then upload them to Facebook. So that's what I'm going to do. Then Saturdays, I'm actually trying something new, and I'm trying to just kind of not have Saturdays be a big work day for me, only because I need to actually just kind of clear my mind. So we've got other things that we're doing there, but it's not really a big post day anyways. And then Sundays, every Sunday is always a call to action. So I'm going to invite them to try out the new workout again. And then I'm going to do a transformation photo. Here, I'm going to be going live. So I'm going to be going live with the new workout. I'm going to show myself failing. I'm going to show how hard it is. I'm going to show how I'm modifying, because I want to show people that this is what it really looks like. A lot of times people see those videos of me that I've been able to edit, so I can show my best, most perfect moves, because I'm only doing like 4 of them. They only see them, but they don't see the other 5 that I totally sucked at, So I like to give people kind of a view into that, to say, you know what? It's not easy the first time, and it's not supposed to be easy, but show them that you're just doing the best you can, right? Transformation photo, go live again. Every Wednesday we just go live. That's just kind of our thing. Providing value, we're going to invite them to a test group. So we're just going to say, hey, we've got a test group starting the 17th. how many of our spots we have left. We're going to share that. Maybe share a couple things about it, but it's not really going to be the focus. We're not going to go live and talk all about this test group. We're going to hopefully share value, like make somebody laugh. Maybe we never know what we're going to go live about. It's usually like we have no idea what we're going live about today. But we either, you know, try to do something funny or something that we learned from personal development or whatever it is. Transformation photo, again, video. So on Monday, I have a plan that not only am I going to go live, but then Justin and I are going to do another video to where I'm going to do the modifications. He's going to do the full out, right? Because then I get to share that right here. I get to share like, hey, you know what? If you can't do the full out moves, awesome. Here's what you can do, right? So you're giving them a sneak peek and you're showing them what is possible and what they are possible of. But here, I'm going to invite my mom. She doesn't know it yet, but she'll say yes. And I'm gonna have one of the kids or both the kids and my mom and me, and we're all gonna do it together, and we're all gonna show, for one, this is a family-friendly program. You can do it with your kids, right? So many times people are like, oh gosh, well I have to do this, but then I have to figure out something to do with the kids. No, get them involved, get their bodies moving. And wow, mom, come on in too, you know? And so it's just gonna be, you're just gonna show that it's all ages and all abilities. This week is going to be a crazy week for me. And guys, you know, you definitely modify it however whatever works for you. But this is the week we go to Summit. It's also the week that I have the most groups going. So it's going to be a crazy week. So, this day I'm going to do a heart post. Some of you guys saw this. I did it last month, I think, that it was just like, hey, if you could, lose weight and guaranteed to not fail, you know, how much weight would you want to lose? And then people based upon that, I'll reach out to, you know, and start those conversations with, and then maybe invite them to this this test group sneak peek that I'm running on Monday and Tuesday. And what it is just going to be a small Facebook group that I'm just going to share all about my excitement, all about the test group, you know, the information that Nicole just shared with us. And then, you know, I'm just going to say, hey, you know, I'd love to do this together. Here's all the information, let's do this. I'm going to be providing some value. I might go live, share some workout tips. I might share a couple of meal or recipes, because it's really important to provide value, not just go in for the ask, but you need to give people something too, right? So in addition to that, I'm also going to be, we're also going to be running a Coach Sneak Peek Summit Edition. So this is something that you guys can all add if you choose. Your potential coaches or your challengers that might have questions about coaching, and add them to this group. We're going to be running a 3-day group where over the 3 days, because we leave for Summit on the 12th, so we're going to be sharing things like, what does a coach do? What does a coach not do? Do I have to sell to my friends? Do I have to be salesy? Do I have to have a big social media following? What is the cost? Just all the what is coaching kind of things that people typically ask about, right? So we're going to be doing that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I need to make sure that I'm really kind of sharing and inviting people to that. And of course, I'm private messaging people that I think that would be really good fit for our team and have the same, you know, morals and values and things like that. So, I mean, all this stuff is self-explanatory. I think right here, I met Christiane in Punta Cana. We got a photo, and I'm just going to share about how inspiring it is, right? Because a lot of times providing value, people think that you have to give somebody something, or you have to give them tools. But sometimes just sharing something inspirational that makes them think within themselves, or maybe just stop and take a different approach to something, can kind of really provide value. So I might share something that, you know, inspirational. Maybe it's that story about that girl, because that truly like hit my heart. Like, you have no idea. So just sharing about that. And then, I mean, transformation photo. And then of course, I'm going to be doing the live Shift Shop workout at Summit. And so I'm going to be going live with that. And then I'm going to do a last call for the test group, because I want to make sure that, you know, people that are really committed, because this is really important to me. This group specifically, our test groups are very important to me, because I really want people to go all in. I don't want people that are like, yeah, I think I'll do it, and then kind of go behind the scenes. I'm like, I want people to bring it. I want people to really be dedicated to this, because I want to know what this program is capable of. And I also want to know how I can help future challengers with this group. And so they're kind of like the pioneers, I guess, if you will. And then over here, I just want to share a couple things really quick. Don't share, I already shared this. Don't share posts from other people's pages, because all it does is direct people to their pages. If like, say you find a recipe, and this goes for anything, if you find a recipe, don't share the recipe, copy the picture, copy the text, and put it on your own page and give credit to that page, if that makes sense. So if you look at my pages sometimes, I'll post a recipe and I'll say, foodie inspiration from, I don't know, whatever website it was or whatever, page it was from. And we talked about this a little bit, provide value. You can share a workout move. Like, people sometimes they just want something new. Maybe they love the gym, and if they love the gym, cool. Like, we don't need to like get everybody, as long as we're providing value and we're helping people in some way. And maybe their workout's gone stale, so you're going to provide a new workout move from the Shift Shop, and they're going to say, wow, I'm going to incorporate that into my workout. That was amazing. That's providing people value. A motivational tip, something inspirational, something to make people laugh. I think sometimes we forget the power of being able to make people laugh. That's huge value. There's nothing I cherish more in this world than laughing. Like, I just think it's the most amazing, funnest, awesomest thing in the whole wide world. So anybody that can make me laugh, I want more of that. I want to be around that person, right? Be excited. And guys, well, I'm pretty animated in general, even though I'm a natural introvert. So when you see me in person, I'm a lot quieter than I am on recordings, because it's easy, right? But be excited and show your enthusiasm. Don't go, hey, I've got this Shift Shop test group that I'm going to get. I'm really super excited. Like, guys, I'm super excited. I'm super scared. Like, this is going to be awesome. Just share your excitement. Be enthusiastic, because people are attracted to that. They're like, wow, I want what she has. Like, I want to drink that Kool-Aid because I want to be happy like her, right? Be vulnerable and real. If you're nervous, say so. Like, I'll admit, like, the 22-minute hardcore, I was just talking to Justin about this the other day, the 22-minute hardcore, when that program came out, I was scared poopless. And on top of that, it was when we were at New Leader Conference, and so we had Tony Horton there instructing like 100 of us for the first time before the program even came out. And I remember, like, I'm hyperventilating and I've got a tummy ache, and I'm like, there's no way I can do a boot camp style workout. But I modified, and I learned that, gosh, I could do any of these programs. We can all do any of these programs. We just have to modify it, and there's nothing wrong with that. So be real, be vulnerable. If you're scared, if you need to modify, just don't try to be something you're not. Don't try to be perfect, because perfect isn't relatable. If you're like, hey, I got this, and let me tell you what you need to do, then they're just like, ah. So just be real. Be positive. Always be positive. Like, I will say, my workout, I was not good at my workout. My workout sucked. But, here's a positive side of it. Or, I really wasn't spot on my nutrition, but it helped me learn that here's what I need to work on. So always kind of have a positive spin. Like, every day doesn't have to be perfect. But if you're just like, man, my life sucks, everything's bad, like, who wants to be around that? Who wants to be in that circle, right? Like, I know I don't. I just want to surround myself with positive, happy people. And lastly, I'm going to say show up. You need to show up every day. Like, not just when it's convenient, not just when it's easy, not just when you feel like it, but you need to show up, especially if you're wanting to grow this as a business, right? And especially, too, if you're wanting to help people. I know some of you guys are like, I'm just in it to help people. That's fantastic. And if you weren't in it to help people, then you probably wouldn't be on our team, honestly. But with that said, if you truly want to help people, you need to show up, right? You need to put yourself out there. You need to inspire people, which means showing up on your health and fitness journey. And it doesn't always have to look pretty, right? Showing up in the challenge group every day, not disappearing because, today got hard, because every day is going to be hard. People find inspiration when you share the ick and you share the hard times, but you're still persevering. There's amazing strength in that. So show up on your Facebook page. Don't be all about Beachbody, because that gets boring, right? We just need to share about our journey, share about us, be real, and just really help people. And truly, like, when Nicole talked about Success Club, her coach saying you have to hit Success Club, it is a non-negotiable. Whether or not you're wanting to build a business or you're just wanting to help lives, Success Club is a determination or a determining factor of the amount of lives you help. And that's just the end of it. If you're like, oh, I just want to help one person, okay, but how cool would it be to help 3? Don't just stop when you help one person, because that's kind of like keeping this gift to yourself, and you want to share. If you want to help people, then Success Club is got to be a goal. Success Club 5 at a minimum, which is helping 3 people. And I think that's all I had, except for some housekeeping. But did you want to say anything, babe? You're muted.
Yep, there you go. I think you hit on 99% of it. Just to kind of reiterate on what she's talking about being excited, about showing excitement. Just remember, we've all been through one of these programs before. If you have not yet been through one of the programs in complete form, you've been through enough of it. You've done enough of the workout that you understand that Beachbody didn't pull any punches when they put the programs together, right? Like, we all, I think, can agree on the fact that the programs function very well. They're very serious. Like, there wasn't an accident involved in it. The nutrition plans are spot on. Like, everything is very solid. Beachbody they don't toy around with what they've created here, right? And the only reason that we're coaches, all of us on this call right now and in this team, the only reason that we're coaches is because it's had enough of an impact on our lives that we feel compelled to pay it forward, or we see the value in what they've created and we want to utilize that to create opportunity for ourselves and for other people, right? But nonetheless, we all see the value in what's going on. So why would we not share our excitement as far as what is going on, right? Understand that there is value in it. Don't discount that value, and share your excitement for the value that you clearly find in it. And then as far as with that said, kind of piggybacking off of that, so the invite structure that Deanna did not share with the way that we're approaching this particular group right now is set up very much like we're literally doing invites, guys. We are inviting. We're sending an invite saying, hey, this is what the group is all about. This is what we're looking for. This is what's going on. And this is what I'm asking about. This is what I'm looking for from the people. If you're interested, these are the types of people I'm looking for. People that are motivated, they're into it, and they want to make a change, right? And then when we get the response of, well, yeah, I'd be interested in hearing more information. What is it? It literally goes directly back to here's an application to fill out to see if it's going to be a good fit for you. Fill out this application, and we're using that application to basically let them apply to be in the group. It's not to say that we're not willing to help anybody. It's to say that we're trying to weed out the people that are kind of like, maybe. You know what the great thing about Beachbody is? You can't force someone to work out. You can't force someone to change. You can't sell this. You can't. You might be able to. Some people might be good salesmen. A good salesman will not get somebody to be able to actually press play and get results. They'll just be able to get them into a program. It's not our goal. Our goal is to change lives. The only way we change lives is to get someone to press play, right? So we don't have to worry about that. So start being very specific about what you want. Be intentional about who you're looking for. Be intentional about what you're trying to achieve and who you want in those groups, and then talk to those people. So I know that Deanna has, well, 2 things. Deanna, are you cool with sharing that photo, the photo of the calendar that you have in the team, as well as the questions that you use in the application?
Yeah. What I actually do is when somebody says that they're interested, here's what I actually do. I do it. I've tried it both ways. And so what I'm actually doing first is I'm sending them the video first. So I'm like, awesome, check out the video. Make sure if you're going to send the video, you need to send it from your back office. So it's coming from you, not from like YouTube, which if you don't know how to do that, I posted a video on how to access that in your back office in the team page. So if you don't know, let me know and I can tag you in that. You can see it. So I'm just like, hey, awesome. If I sent you a quick video explaining, the program, would you have a chance to check it out and see if you think it'd be a good fit for you? Because if somebody's like, no, that looks like it sucks, I probably don't want you to be in the group because you're not going to do it, right? So then if they're like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. Like, what do I need to do? And then I'm like, awesome, here's an application, fill it out so I can learn more about you. And then I'll be in touch shortly. So then they fill it out or they don't. And then all my application does is it asks them the questions that I already asked them, regardless if they're in a group, but I get to ask them all the questions. So typically I will ask people one question at a time. So it's always, the first question I usually ask people is, what do you struggle with when it comes to nutrition? Because we all struggle with nutrition, and nutrition is about 80% of it, right? So it's usually one of like a few things. And then I usually relate, validate, and then ask them another question like, hey, are you currently working out? What are you doing? right? And then, hey, do you have any physical limitations, or there workouts you don't like, or the workouts that you do like? But that's usually a conversation privately back and forth. This application has all those questions. So then that way I can reach out to them and go, I see that you struggle with this. Awesome. Shakeology is going to really help with your cravings, or, you know, fueling your body, or the times that you forget to eat, or you have digestive issues. Oh my gosh, this is going to help you poop. It's going to be awesome. Or, hey, well, I kind of like this kind of workout, or here's my goals. Awesome. This has a modifier, or you can go balls to the wall, or whatever. And, oh, I don't have a lot of time. Awesome. It's only going to be 25 minutes starting out. And then, you know, and then you just talk to people about how you can just adjust your, like Nicole said, you can adjust your alarm like 10 minutes each week. It's not like substantial, like get up 2 hours earlier. And then that way you can share the value. You can kind of tell them what they're struggling with, how this program is going to meet their needs, and then really see if they're into it. And if so, then I say there's a couple options. But what I think the best option is all access. Because same price. It's going to be the same price. You either get a DVD with Shakeology and the portion control for, I think, $160, or you get all access with, you know, 1 year for the same price. So then I actually send them that video. I always use videos. I never talk about price. Well, I can't say never. Rarely do I ever talk about price, because I'm very visual. So I know if there's a lot of wording like, hey, will you get this and this and this and this and this and this? I'm like, whoa, I can't even read that because I've got like a 2-second attention span. But if you show me a video that's like under 3 minutes, I'm like, I got time for 3 minutes. And then I'll watch it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks like a cool video. Hey, I saw that one on TV. Oh my gosh, those portion control containers. I heard all about that. Shakeology. Oh, it does this for me. Oh my gosh, there's a girl that had weight loss goals. Look at her. Wow, look at her transformation. Oh my gosh, it's only $160 and I get a 30-day money back guarantee. Like, it's all in the video for us, which is amazing. So that's kind of my whole weird process.
Cool. So you can share those questions in the group though.
Yes. Sorry. I'll just share the Google Doc that I created.
No, but it is important to kind of see, like, there's a couple things happening there that I think are good. The fact that we're able to mitigate some of the back and forth messages, right? And like actually just kind of condense that into that one little application, right? That's actually helped free up a little bit of time, right? And that, so all of a sudden now hey, 5 invites every single day. And oh my gosh, I've got 5 messages to respond to. And then there's, you know, like all this other stuff, right? Now it turns into, well, okay, now I don't have to go back and forth with these messages as much. This kind of takes care of it, that one little thing, you know? So, okay, now I can do 10 invites a day or 20 or 40, you know, like whatever it looks like, right? So it does kind of, it's like another way of being efficient to say, you know, like all of this is based around like, start looking at it like, hey, this is a business. How would I do this efficiently so that I really can help people? Because looking at the people on the call right now, every single one of you is here because you want to change like not in a bad way. You want to build more opportunity for yourself. Every person that I'm staring at on the screen right now, it's not to say that everybody before on the call, but everybody right now.
Right. You guys are here.
Yeah.
That's
but also knowing each of you individually, like talking to you, it's like, I know what you guys are looking for, right? So we have to start lasering in and treating this like, hey, look, what are we going to do? You know, what we've learned over the past few years is that consistency is freaking everything with it. Oh my God. And B, having a plan. Last month, guys, we doubled what we normally do last month, right? But do you know why that was and why we didn't do it this month? Like, quite frankly, like I'll be the first one to say, we're very consistent with our production, like what we do each month, right? We've been consistent for the last 3 years, right? Every month is pretty much very similar. Last month, double the business. That wasn't because of something special happening in Beachbody. That was because we were really laser focused and being very specific and intentional about every post we made, because we were going through a group that forced us to do that. It was very much business, still fun, because it was still fun interacting and doing all that. We were just like not kind of winging it. We were like very focused. Changed everything. We didn't realize how much different it really was. Now this month we're just looking back going, oh my gosh, you know what? You know, we didn't do these specific posts at these specific times. We didn't follow this plan the same way. Hey, guess what? Weird. It's just like the nutrition plans and just like the workout plans. When we follow them specifically, all of a sudden everything changes But when we don't, results kind of change, right? It was literally, I mean, it's the exact same thing. And that's why Deanna and I just had the talk last night. We were like, we need to refocus and go back to what we were doing last month and start being very intentional about the way we approach everything. Does not mean that it has to be boring, and it does not mean that it can't be fun. It still is totally fun, all that good stuff. It just means that we're not just winging it, you know, and just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to wing skydiving, right? Doesn't mean it's not fun. I want to be intentional about how I do it so that I can do it again, right? Like, it's just, we have to be intentional. So does anybody have questions about how that's going to look or how that's going to function for Shift Shop? Because it's a big, big opportunity. It's going to be amazing.
I actually have a couple. Oh, do you have a question, Jess?
No, she has just dumped them.
Okay. There's a couple of things. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Gosh darn it.
House cleaning?
Oh, I was going to do house cleaning, but there's, oh yeah, I remember. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys this, and I did this for a while in the other group. So not our team page, but in the larger kind of like Team Rock Hard Bodies. And I want to know, like, honestly, if you guys found it valuable. And if so, I will commit to doing it every day in our team page. But if you don't find it valuable and you don't utilize it, then I'm not going to waste my time in the most loving way. But I posted where every day was, okay, here's 2 things you post about every day. And here are your daily actions. And I know for me, that's what helps me keep consistency. It's like, okay, today I'm going to share a fitness post, and I'm going to share, you know, a daily life post, whatever. And then the next day I'm going to share something that I love about coaching, and I'm going to ask a page post engagement question, right? Did those of you that followed it, did you find it helpful? Like, raise your hand if you did and keep it down if you didn't. Okay. So would you guys find value if I started posting that again, that it just actions? Yeah. Just like do this, and then invite, and, you know, do these 5 things every day, and we'll rock. Okay. Cause that's how I work. I'm just like, just give me a system, just give me guidance, and then I'll run with it. So since you guys said yes, I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to ask from you guys is I will put a call to action, like, hey, today's like a page post engagement. What that is, for those of you who don't know, it's something to get interaction on your page. So it might be something silly like, what do you prefer, Nike or Adidas? Or, you know, like you'll see me sometimes, which outfit, A or B, you know, because it gets people talking, but it's something quick that people can answer really quick. And it's a way for you to start relationships and conversations with people. So what I'm going to ask you guys is, when it's those days to post that, I'm going to say, post your page post engagement in the comments. And I want interaction, only because we're truly a team and we're all here to help one another. Like, I can't say I'm super original about what I post. I got great ideas from other coaches, right? And so that's what we're all here for, is to kind of help one another out. So I'm going to ask for your interaction on that.
And guys, for 1 second, sorry, don't get it twisted here. I know that Deanna and I technically are like, we created the Team Next Generation, but I don't want us to be put in the idea that we're the leaders of it. There are things that you guys do that we're like, oh shit, I didn't think about doing that. Like, oh, that was like, don't think that for any second you are somehow in any way like not as valuable with your information as anybody else in the team, right? Like, we are 100% all in this together. Every single one of you we can learn from. So I don't want, I mean, like, we just lead the calls and do stuff, but you know, like,
we just paid the monthly Zoom fee. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically what we do. We host these things and pay for the Zoom. That's basically what we do. Yeah. But you guys, I mean, there's a ton of stuff, a ton of value that we get too from what you guys are doing. We're just sharing what we're doing, but we also can get value from what you guys are sharing.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, daily.
And other stuff, yeah, too. Like April has got an immense amount of knowledge when it comes to physical therapy, and you know, like, I would never be able to talk to somebody about how to modify stuff for specific things. But we do now have somebody on the team that is a wealth of information. Sorry, I just threw you under the bus. You're probably gonna get a bunch of messages now. But you know, like, we have other, you know, we all have our own individual, like, things that we kind of shine in, right? And excel in, that we have to offer, all of us collectively. So don't, I mean, I don't know that anybody's doing that, but I just want to make sure that we are all very aware that that's how this family of coaching, our Team Next Generation, that's the culture that we want to build into this.
Yeah. Like, if you find something of value, post it on the page. If you find something that inspires you, Jessica, I know you're great at that. You're just like, oh my gosh, this video really spoke to me. This was awesome. I'm going to post it, because we're all a team, because different things inspire different people, right? Like, I might go, oh my gosh, this was way inspiring. And Tracy, you might go, that was stupid. But then April might post something and you'll be all, that's amazing. Because I'm really not that interesting or exciting. And like Tina, like what Justin said, Tina's a teacher. So I bet you she has amazing tools to help us like structure, like how we do things, right? Like Francine knows about animals. So she can talk to us about animal stuff because I got a dog and I need, we all have something to bring to the table. It doesn't always necessarily need to be 100% about coaching because we're all family, right? Real quick housekeeping tips because I can't tell what time it is, but I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah, and we'll let you guys know.
So if you guys haven't already, make sure you check the Coach Breaking News. Is it daily or weekly? I don't know what it is.
It depends. It's not necessarily daily or weekly.
Make sure that you're at least once a week checking it out because I don't and I looked today and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all this exciting and stuff. So this is cool. So before like if you had to update your credit card or one got stolen, you'd have to call it in, right? You'd have to call in and go, I need to update my credit card, which is annoying. Now they have a self-service form, which is amazing. So big news for me anyways, because my credit card always gets stolen for some reason. Shakeology with Portion Fix. So it's for existing people that have the BOD membership already, but they just purchased that, but not the challenge pack. They can upgrade for $130 US, 156 Canadian. Sorry, I don't think nobody. I'm looking. Oh, Tina, sorry. Oh, I was like, no Canadians on here. Oh, there is. Okay. So yeah. So Shift Shop Toolkit, all things Shift Shop. So I got, there's like some talking points and all sorts of stuff. You go to teambeachbody.com. It's FAQ 773. You can actually Google it. That's what I do. I never know how to find the FAQs actually in Team Beachbody. I just go Team Beachbody, FAQ 773 in Google, and then it pops it up. Sneak peek, July 3rd, do it. Create a video, create a few videos, whatever. And then you can use it throughout the week. You can just use short snippets. You don't have to show the whole video, right? Success Club trip. So for those of you who don't know, so Justin and I Jessica too, we just got back from Punta Cana in January, and every year Beachbody does amazing trips that you can earn, right? So, but you usually have to qualify for them like a year in advance. It's crazy, but they're opening up 3 spots every month through December to earn a spot, an all-inclusive paid stay at the Hard Rock Riviera Maya. And I tell you, the Hard Rock in Punta Cana was unbelievable. So they're giving away 3 every month through December to the High Success Club point earners. So that just means, the more people that you help, and as you build your team, because you get points for your coaches that hit Success Club. So, or not Success Club, but
one Success Club point. They help one person with the challenge pack.
Anyways, so be sure that, if you're gunning for that, if that's something you want to be at, like, we can definitely make it happen. So they're doing 3 a month, every month through December. And go ahead, Jess.
Well, I was just going to say, if you guys are in the Beachbody Champions page, there was a girl that did a video this week that talked about how she earned her spot last month. I mean, she was pretty like balls out, or whatever.
Hey, Jessica, would you be willing to go and copy paste, share that into Team Next Generation?
I'll do that, definitely. Yeah. Cause she nailed it. She just was really, really diligent about it. So
that's all it is.
And then last thing I want to share, for those of you that are going to Summit, this month they have a photo op with the super trainers at Summit for the top 800 Success Club point earners for this month. And I will tell you that I have earned 2 of this. So Summit the year before last, as well as the cruise, I've earned those. And my average is Success Club 10, which is helping 5 people a month, right? So if that's something that you want to gun for, it's not the end of the month and you're going to Summit, it's awesome. You don't have to get like some crazy number. I can't guarantee because I don't know what people's numbers are going to be. But with that said, Success Club 10, I've been able to go, and it's really cool. It's really fun. Especially I remember my first time. I was like, oh God, you're so big. It's like kind of creepy, but you're cool. Yeah, that's it.
Fair enough. So anybody have any other questions? Okay. All right, we're going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your nights. But, hey, look, I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your night to be on this call. And otherwise, you guys have a fantastic Wednesday night. Don't forget, tonight is Wednesday, weekend. That means payday tomorrow. And check your back office. FYI too, if you guys don't know where the information is, all the new breaking news that Deanna was talking about in your back office, when you go to your back office, Coach Online office, right-hand side, main page, right-hand side, you'll see a little list. That's where it's all at. Just click on that, and it'll have a bunch of cool information. Okay, you guys have a fantastic night. Everybody, we will see you guys soon, and talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you.